All right, don't let this sneak up on you. There's only 2 late afternoon games this week.
You know what? That's good because I'm doing the 4 o'clock.
It's a real letdown. Oh, hopefully the games are good. Seahawks, Cards, Rams, Bucks. Let's start with the 5-3 Seahawks, the 3-5 Cards. Yet it's Arizona that's giving points at home.
Yeah, they're at home. Divisional game. I mean, we typically think these games are going to be close, even though the last time these two teams played, it wasn't. The difference here, though, DeAndre Hopkins and a part of this Arizona Cardinals offense. He's been phenomenal since he's come back. I know it's only 2 games, but that's going to be, to me, one of the biggest differences in this outcome, because I'm going to lay the points here of the Arizona Cardinals. The way they move him around, the impact he can make. If Kyler Murray can just cut out some of the turnovers, I think this is a team that's going to be a lot more competitive down the stretch now with the way this thing's coming together.
Their offensive line almost made the spinning top of the week, too. They were terrible last week, and so that's always a concern. I know Seattle's not a great pass rushing team, but that's a concern. You know, one thing they did do last week, they got Rondell Moore down the field a little bit instead of all those little bubble screens that they throw at him all the time.
Fly sweeps and stuff.
And I think he can do something down the field, but I'm going to take Seattle. I think Geno Smith is playing good football. I think Kenneth Walker can run the ball, and they are filled with young players who are starting to believe. They have talent, young, talented players. I mean, that draft class last year was phenomenal. 2 starting tackles, the corners, Woolen and Bryant, they're playing good football. I'm taking Seattle to keep it going and grab a hold of the even stronger hold of that division.
If
Pete Carroll's done a great job.
He's done a great job, as has John Schneider. If they don't win this, is this where you kind of start to see, hey, it's been a great story, but let's let San Francisco, Arizona kind of start to make it?
It's November.
I'm just saying.
You know what it is? The pretenders fall off and the contenders emerge.
In November.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who has a better chance to win their division as a big underdog going in, about 30-1 going into the season? Seahawks in the West or the Falcons in the South in the NFC?
I think the Seahawks.
Do you?
Yeah, because I think unless Arizona wins
I
this
think the
game,
Falcons do. 49ers are going to win the West.
if Arizona wins this game, and I do think they will, I think Seattle could still battle back into this thing at some point. I look at Atlanta, I just think Tampa's going to eventually figure it out. And I look at the Saints with the way they played this past week. I think they could eventually emerge.
Of all the teams that you would think in any of the 2 divisions that you would sit here and say right now will be a playoff team, it's the 49ers.
Yes.
So
the tough thing about Seattle, too, is they're relying, you talk about all that young talent, the draft picks, they're relying on a lot of young guys to all of a sudden keep this thing going and move forward.
So you think the 49ers are going to win the division?
I do.
So then why didn't you say the Seattle's the one that has the less chance to win it?
Because I think that's really their best competition next to, depending on how this game,
I don't think Seattle's going to win the division. I think Atlanta still has a chance to win the division. Which one of those 2 teams has stepped up and shown anything so far?
No, nothing yet.
But
I'm not betting against Tom Brady.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.